Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? Are you well? I've just tried to set this up in the garden, so this will be fun. I've got the tripod up, but if we get a gust of wind, it's just going to go over. So fingers crossed, we're all good. How are you doing? As you can probably see by the title, I thought I'd just hop on and see how you're getting on in the heat. I'm saying in the heat. I'm lucky enough to be in Portugal at the moment, so are you struggling with the heat or are you okay? I've heard that there's been a bit of a heat wave in the UK, so I just thought I was a bit warm last night, and I just got up an article via Google, my best friend Google, and I thought I'd just share a few tips. Some of these you'll know probably because they are pretty straightforward, others you may not. So I thought, why not share, do a live, do my lunchtime live and see how we get on. As soon as I jump on, an aeroplane comes across, typical. So let's get straight in, shall we? I can't see anyone on at the moment, but it could be my Wi-Fi. We shall see. If I see you, please just say where you are. I haven't got any names up at the moment, but I'll just crack on. So here we go. Ways to keep cool in the summer. Number one, this might be an obvious one, but if you've got a paddling pool or any sort of area where you can just stay wet, it's probably not a bad idea. So whether you've got a slippy slide, a little paddling pool, a huge swimming pool, whatever it is, just do your best to sort of splash around, stay wet in this heat. I'm lucky enough I've got one just here, so probably kick in a minute and then you won't be able to hear me. It usually sort of goes around with the water pump, but I think it does it 3 times a day. Anyway, so yeah, jump in the paddling pool, stay in the water, especially if you've got children and you've got the luxury of having them at home with you for the summer holidays. Let them play in the water. If you don't have a paddling pool, get a big bucket of water. Whatever you've got, pots, pans, fill it with water, have a little splash around. But of course, stay safe. You need to teach them, obviously, the everything they need to know about water safety. And of course, please make sure that they are covered in sun cream, factor 30 or plus. And of course, you can get yourself a hat, something like this. And what I've actually done, I've actually been in the pool not that long ago. You wouldn't think so, would you? I've dried out pretty quickly. But you can always wet the hat and put that on. You can get the waterproof sort of swimwear, you know what I mean, like a top that goes over the top, so then, you know, it's less skin that can actually burn. So keep your hat wet if you've got one, you know, soak it in water, put that on. That's what I've done today. So I can just about see you under this hat, but it's really nice to sort of shade the face. So that's the first one, stay wet and have fun with your children if you've got them with you. The second one I've put is particularly at night time. I don't know if you're suffering, maybe your children, you've got young children and they're suffering and you don't have the luxury of maybe air conditioning or something. Why not try having a cool, not cold, you can do cold if they're brave, a cool bath or a cool shower before you pop them into bed. I don't know about you, but I'm obviously wearing less in bed. Some people out there might go naked. I do, hands up. Some people just have lightweight clothing, but obviously if it's easier, just sleep on top of the bed. And the other thing that I noted down here was to actually get either a wet towel, a wet flannel, a wet, I don't know, you call it a washcloth where you are, or a tea towel, or a very lightweight cotton sheet, and you can just run that under water, wring it out, and just lay with that on top of you. I've tried that on the children before now, and that's worked really well if you don't have air conditioning. So try, you know, some people have even said to put their sheet in the freezer. Never done that. So if you have done that or you've tried that, let me know how you get on with that. That's always a good one to try. So yeah, and a cold flannel on the head. That's always, I've actually done that. Last week I did that and that worked really well. Keep your curtains closed throughout the day. So if you're going to open windows or open doors, keep your curtains closed. Obviously, the more shade you can get in the house, the better. So you just want to keep it really, really dark as best you can. But you can have the windows and doors open, obviously, to get a little bit of breeze in there. So that's my number 3. I've actually put wear no nightwear, but that's just personal preference. That's entirely up to you. So I go au naturel. Number 5. Put some wet socks on. I've never tried that one. Has anyone out there done that? Oh, hi Jane. Thanks so much for hopping on. I'm glad I'm not talking to myself. I can never see who's hopping on, but I can see your name. So how are you? I hope you're well, my lovely. Yeah, try a pair of socks. Again, run them under the cold tap, pop them on, go to bed. Let me know how you get on. It's all about keeping our temperature low. You know, we don't want to overheat in this weather. So that was my number. Where are we? Oh, sorry. Gone ahead of myself. Put wet socks on. Number 7, we've got use a fan. Any fan. You might have a handheld fan. You can do that. I know that makes you quite hot. It's like exercise, isn't it? Or you can get those battery powered ones, you know, that actually work with the battery. Sometimes they come with a water spray as well, so you can spray your face and the fan at the same time. But if you're lucky enough to have an electric one, use that. So you'd probably, if you've got air conditioning, obviously keep all the doors and windows closed and use it that way. If you've got a fan, try it with them closed so you're keeping the nice cool air in there and you're not just circulating warm air. Try it either way, door open, door closed. Number 8, I've got try using it's not a hot water bottle, but it is a hot water bottle because that's what you call it, but put it in the freezer. So fill it up, freeze it, and use that at night. So that will help to bring your temperature down. What I will say with that one though is just be careful. So maybe just keep that one for the summer or for the hot weather, for the hot months, the hot season, because what you don't want to do is use the same one then in the winter, fill it with boiling water, because what happens is it actually weakens. So if you're freezing it, just keep that one for actually being frozen rather than, you know, we don't want any safety issues of using hot and cold. So yeah, fill it with water, put it in your freezer and use a hot water bottle, but frozen in your bed at night. So that might help either you or your children. Number 9, rub ice on your neck, on your wrists and on your, what we're looking for is the thinnest skin on your body. So you want to go for the wrist areas. Okay, that'll get you cold really quickly. Back of the neck as well, and crick of the elbows here, and also behind the knees. The feet is a good one. We've covered that with the socks. But yeah, so if you want to cool yourself down really quickly, always do the wrists. I found that works really, really well. Number 10, stay hydrated. And on that note, I'm just going to have a drink myself because my throat's getting a bit dry. So stay hydrated. It does not have to be just plain water. You can add sort of fruits, vegetables to it, cucumber, mint, strawberries, whatever floats your boat. And a nice one as well I find I love is coconut water, if that's your thing. I love coconut water. It's really hydrating. And if you're lucky enough to have watermelon where you are, go for watermelon. It doesn't just have to be water. It can be water, fruits and vegetables. So the obvious one is watermelon. So that's really, really hydrating. What else? If you can, I know this is tricky, stay away from coffee and stay away from alcohol in the hot weather. Why? Because all it does is dehydrate us even more. So if you're having lots of coffee or you're having, you know, the odd tipple here and there, you'll have to drink even more water. But that is entirely up to you. I mean, I know it's lovely sat in the garden having a glass of something. I did do it last week and regretted it because I think the sun and the alcohol just gave me a huge headache, and I just thought, why the heck did I do that? So it might only be for a few days. I don't know where you live or, you know, your circumstances, but if you want to just stay away from the alcohol, unless you're not in the sun, you might be in the shade, which is perfectly fine, but I didn't say that, okay? And then the last one I've got down here is to wear loose, lightweight clothing, preferably cotton. Again, that goes without saying. You want something floaty, really. So if you can, go for cotton because it's much more cooling than anything sort of tight-fitting. She says wearing a tight-fitted vest, but that's because I've done a workout or two today. So I've got to be honest with you. The other one that I really like is, I haven't had a shower yet, I'm just telling everyone now, is I do my workout and then I jump in the pool and then I get out and I just stay wet, because I think that's the best way for me to stay cool. So there we are. That is my tips for today. I'm just going to recap for those of you who are just joining. Is Jane still here? She is. Oh, bless you for listening to me gabbling on, Jane. So yeah, to stay cool in summer, I've got number 1, play in your paddling pool or your swimming pool with your children. Obviously make sure you've got a hat on or covered your skin as much as possible, or with sun cream. Number 2, a cool bath or shower before bedtime. Number 3, keep your curtains or your blinds closed to keep that darkness in your room throughout the day, so it's ready for nighttime. Number 4, no nightwear. Au naturel. Number 5, put some wet socks on. Try some wet socks at bedtime. Number 6, Oh no, I've missed out number 6. Oh well, we've missed out number 6. Number 7, use a fan, whether that's a handheld, whether that's an electronic one. Number 8, try a hot water bottle in the freezer. Remember what I said about the safety though, just make sure you use that just for, you know, ice cold. Don't try and then put boiling water in it in December or something, because it will just weaken the seal and goodness knows what's going to happen there. So please only use that to freeze. Number 9, rub ice on your neck, on your wrists, on your feet, backs of the knees or crook of the elbow. Number 10, stay hydrated. So things like not just water, but coconut water, or try some watermelon. Number 11, stay away from coffee and alcohol when you're in the sunshine, because that's very dehydrating. And number 12, try loose, lightweight clothing. Okay, so there's 12 little tips for you. Some of them you may have known, some of them you might not have done. I've learnt a few there. So I really hope you got some value from that today. Just a little video from me today. Enjoy yourselves, have fun in the sunshine, stay safe, and I will catch you on the very next video. Okay, have a great day. Bye for now.